Guys, so today I have an empty workout room, so I can finally do some filming. It's my second leg day of the week, so I'm not doing like heavy lifts. I'm doing some like isolation stuff. I'm still doing like lunges and squats, like the essential movements, just kind of switching it up a little bit. So I'll walk through it, try to get my best filming in, and yeah, enjoy. So sorry if this voiceover is terrible. I don't have a microphone, I'm just using my laptop. But I'm using my I Am Thick Girl hip band to do some activation. So I just do like 10 to 20 squats, just a normal pace. This is sped up 2 or maybe 4 times, just so that it's not an extremely long workout. So after the squats, I do side to sides. I try to sit as low as I can. This hip band is really restrictive, which is good, but also not very good because it's not as forgiving. Then I do side kicks on each leg. I do 10 to 20, so the same as the squats, and the side to sides. And then I go into back kicks. And excuse me, right here I try to start my workout on my watch because I forgot to. Okay, so now once I've done that, I usually do that 2 times through. I go into my stretching. So I try to keep it kind of dynamic, so it's always moving, never staying in one stretch for too long. My hamstrings were really sore, so I kind of focused on those today. This is one of my favorite stretches. I don't know what it's called, but it's just a hamstring stretch down into like a frog stretch, and I take my elbows and push my knees out, and it really gets my hips opened up. And then this one is another good hip opener. So I'm just on one knee with the other foot forward. I try to keep my hips square, and then I lean back to get a hamstring stretch, and then I pull up my back leg to get a quad stretch. And then just repeating on the other side. And then, like I said, I had some sore hamstrings, so just stretching those out, getting a little bit more motion in. And I always like to crack my back before I start working out, so that's what that was. Alright, so this first exercise I saw on Instagram from a girl named Hannah Oberg, which I hope I'm saying right. She's one of the Gymshark models over in Europe, and I like doing hip thrusts. I just discovered them like 2 months ago, but this is just a different variation of it. So I put my hip band on, and I set myself up for my hip thrust, so I make sure that the bench or stool is right below my shoulder blades, and I keep the neutral back and the neutral spine. My legs kind of go a little bit more than hips worth apart. I'm pushing against the hip band, and I'm just going up and down. So I did 12 reps of this, and then I went on to, you'll see in a second, 12 reps without the weight. And the weight just didn't want to leave me alone, it kept rolling towards me. So still pushing against that hip band, really trying to hold the glutes in. Still 12 reps without the weight. And then on the last rep, I held it, and I really squeezed my glutes. You can see I just pointed where you should be, kind of like flexing, and I held that for 12 to 15 seconds. And I keep pushing against that hip band because it's going to be key in that movement. So then I went into walking lunges. So I do 3 sets of all my workouts, just so you know. So that last one was 12, 12, 12, rest, then do 2 more sets. This I did 10 each leg. So I walked 5 and 5 because it was a short distance. And then I went right back and forth. Then after I had done 10 on each leg, I went into single leg box squats. So these are one of the things that people do if they're working towards doing a pistol squat. I kind of let my foot rest if I need it on the ground. but just 10 reps. Try not to touch the ground with the other foot. And then once you get 10 reps there, you switch to the other leg. I was surprisingly better with my left leg, which I'm right dominant, so that was surprising. But as the sets went on, I did better with my left than my right, and I think I kind of needed to work on my left a little bit more. That's one thing that's good about the unilateral exercises, is you get to work on one leg at a time rather than both doing the same motion. So now I'm going into half squats, which I saw on Whitney Simmons' Instagram. She is one of my favorite people in the fitness industry, and she posts really good workouts. So on these, it's just kneeling down, pressing back on your feet, and then up and squeezing your glutes. So I tried to get a couple angles so you could kind of see, but it's hard because I'm wearing such dark leggings. But my legs and my butt were just squeezing at the top of this motion. This one you can kind of see it. You can see where my hips dip in. That's me squeezing my glutes really hard. So I did this for 3 sets of 15. This is what I am halfway through my workout. It's gross. Okay, so right after those, I took a minute-long break, as I do in between those sets, and then I went into cleans and into squats. So I'm not the biggest fan of these, but they are very good for like a front squat, and it also gets some heart rate up because you're doing 2 motions within one exercise. And then my last exercise of my training was a stiff leg deadlift. So I say stiff leg, but my legs are never completely straight. You kind of want to keep a bend in the knee and go just to like above your, where your shin is. You don't want to go too low. And you want to make sure you keep a really flat back. Deadlifts are one thing that I really want to work on. So you want to send your hips back first and then keep your back very straight throughout the whole exercise. And then this I got from Melissa Chalmers on Instagram. It absolutely killed me. So I put it in at the end of my workout. I did 15 each leg and 3 rounds of it. So it was, as I said, killer. It's really good for cardio. I'm not one to love the treadmill, so any way that I can get my heart rate up by not stepping on the treadmill is definitely a good thing for me. So these are just side to side squats. You kind of want to sit into the squat and get as high as you can. I was tired, so I wasn't getting that high or that low. And then right into box squats, which again, you want to get as low as you can, but I was tired. This could have been a workout in itself, doing 3 rounds of this. As you can see, very tired. But keep going. That's all that matters. And then, after 15 were done, I went into 30, so 15 each leg of the mountain climbers on the bench. Yeah, as you can see, super sweaty. Super sweaty. But I got my workout in. Oh, by the way, the playlist that I listen to when I work out is Whitney Simmons' Gym Start playlist, of course. I'm usually not one for like remixes and stuff, but I really like it. I'm gonna go shower now.